Why do some brands make you want to buy the first time you see them? Why are there ads that hit the right emotional notes, making them irresistible? The answer is not coincidence. It's rooted in psychological principles, researched, tested, and subtly applied in modern marketing. In this video, you'll discover the 15 most powerful psychological effects ever used to influence consumer behavior. Not just to sell, but to truly understand how people think, feel, and act. If you want to sell more sustainably, and to the right audience, this is a foundation you can't ignore. Let's dive into the consumer's mind, where these 15 psychological effects operate silently but powerfully, and explore how to turn them into an unbeatable competitive edge. 1. Halo Effect. A first impression is not just fleeting, it's the foundation for whether a customer will trust, buy, or turn away forever. A polished design, a sharp message, or a captivating voice, all of these shape long-term perception. In marketing, this effect is the cornerstone of brand identity. Without a great first impression, there's no enduring brand. How you start determines how you live on in the customer's mind. Start brilliantly. First impressions also serve as a protective shield during business hiccups. A customer deeply impressed from the beginning is more forgiving of small mistakes, trusting in your core values. This explains why some brands survive crises and retain loyal customers. A strong beginning plants a seed of trust, and from that, every mistake is seen through a softer lens. It's not luck, it's strategy. 2. Serial Position Effect. We remember best the first and last things we see. Everything in between is often forgotten. This is a golden opportunity in marketing content design. The beginning must be gripping, the end must drive action. A powerful greeting and a sharp call to action make a perfect conversion pair. Don't bury important messages in the middle. Arrange content to match how the brain works. Imagine the customer journey as a conversation. Start boring, and they'll walk away. End weakly, and they'll forget you. But nail the opening and highlight the ending, and they'll remember you vividly. Attention is a precious resource. Use it like a stage performer. Not everything you say matters. What matters is timing and placement. Start with fire, end with impact. 3. Recency Effect. Our brains value recent information the most. The last thing a customer sees often leaves the strongest impression. So never underestimate the final message in an email, the last line of an ad, or the thank you page post-purchase. Make it deliberate, guiding them to act. The last thing they hear is the first thing they remember. And in a fast-paced world, the newest is often the most important. Boosting recent exposure frequency is crucial. It's not the best brand that wins. It's the one that shows up at the right moment. Recency is the heartbeat of marketing timing. A timely message or video can change behavior. You don't need constant presence. You need presence when it matters. Be the last they remember. 4. Mere Exposure Effect. We trust what's familiar. The more we see something, the more we like it. This is why big brands show up everywhere. TV, social media, emails, billboards. Not to impress instantly, but to slowly sink in. Repeated exposure builds trust. One post may be skipped, but if it appears enough, it will be remembered. Nothing becomes trustworthy if seen only once. Repetition builds familiarity. The best strategy is to build a content ecosystem. You don't need constant new content, just reformat, restructure, redistribute. A good idea can be a video, infographic, blog, or email. Repetition isn't copying, it's expansion. Every time customers see you, trust grows. Frequency is the currency of trust. The more often you show up, the more credible you seem. Let familiarity drive buying emotions. 5. Loss aversion. We hate losing more than we love gaining. A benefit may be tempting, but the fear of losing something is far stronger. In marketing, this is the power of limited time offers, flash sales, limited stock, pre-order deals. When customers sense a missed opportunity, they act fast. They don't buy out of desire, but fear. Loss aversion is not just psychology, it's a high-performing revenue tool. But this effect only works when the urgency feels real. Limits must be genuine, time must be clear, and consequences must be emphasized. A non-urgent CTA gets ignored. But if customers believe they'll regret inaction, they won't hesitate. Don't say this is an opportunity. Say you'll lose this opportunity if you delay. Trigger loss fear, and you speed up purchase decisions. 6. Compromise Effect. When faced with options, people often pick the middle one to avoid risk and regret. It's a natural compromise by the brain. Offer 3 choices, low, mid, high, and the middle one will get the most picks. This soft steering helps guide buying without pressure. Buyers feel they're deciding freely, but you've designed the frame. Middle ground choices feel safe, and safety sells. To boost this effect, label the mid-tier as most popular or smart choice. The compromise effect strengthens with social proof. Don't place your preferred product at the low or high end. Place it in the middle, highlight it, and add subtle persuasion. When customers feel others made the same choice, they gain confidence. That's when buying becomes smooth and natural. 7. Anchoring bias. The first piece of info a customer sees becomes the anchor for judging what comes next. Start with a high price, and the next options feel more reasonable. That's why premium brands never hide prices. They show high prices first to set a reference. When discounts or lower tiers appear, it feels like a great deal, even if that price was always part of the plan. Anchoring isn't just about price. It can apply to quantity, time, rarity, even expectations. Guide perception from a high point and everything else feels easier. In sales, it's the art of mental positioning. Place an ultra-premium VIP package, then introduce the mid-tier as practical. You'll see conversions rise. Control the starting point, and you control decisions. 8. Choice overload. More choices lead to indecision. Too many options overwhelm customers, causing confusion, fear of error, and delay. Smart brands limit choices. They don't sell everything. They sell what's easiest to choose. Fewer options mean more action. Customers don't want abundance, they want clarity. The fear of choosing wrong outweighs the desire to choose right. Simplify, or risk scaring them off. The solution is to design a guided flow. Each step should have clear direction, limited choices, and highlight the best suggestion. Instead of 10 products, show 3 based on need. Instead of all features, pick the top 3. Reduce the analysis burden, and decision likelihood rises. Simplicity doesn't reduce value, it reveals it. Good marketing simplifies complexity to drive action. 9. Framing effect. Same data, different presentation, different reactions. This is the art of framing. A product with a 90% success rate sounds better than 10% failure, though they mean the same. This isn't lying, it's storytelling. In marketing, framing turns problems into opportunities, pain into hope. Emotions don't react to facts, they react to how you tell the facts. Effective framing makes customers feel they can win. Show solutions in the light of success, not fear. Don't just say your product is good. Say it saves time, avoids missed chances, and boosts professionalism. Same feature, different perspective. And perspective shapes emotion. Emotion drives action. Marketing isn't information transfer, it's emotional direction. Frame right, behavior changes. 10. IKEA Effect. We value what we help create. Even imperfect things are more valuable when we contributed. That's why brands involve customers in selection, design, or customization. Participation builds attachment. A product co-created with you has more power than one just sold to you. Turn your customer into a co-author. If they help build it, they'll believe in it. Use surveys, customization forums, idea feedback, or co-creation programs. The more customer fingerprints, the more emotional investment. The product becomes a reflection of them, not just a purchase, but an identity piece. An identity is hard to abandon. That's how you build deep loyalty, attachment because they see themselves in it. And that is irreplaceable. 11. Pygmalion Effect. When you positively expect something from someone, they tend to meet that expectation. Customers are no different. If your message tells them they are smart, tasteful, capable, they will behave accordingly. Don't push a sale, empower them to feel worthy of your value. When customers sense you believe in them, they believe in themselves. That belief drives buying. Marketing isn't persuading the weak, it's awakening the inner strength of the consumer. Write like you're speaking to someone confident, with high standards and sound judgment. Messages that respect the reader's intelligence always convert better. Don't preach, invite. Don't belittle, elevate. Strong brands make customers feel strong, and when they feel good about themselves, they'll feel good about you. 12. Confirmation bias. We seek and trust information that aligns with what we already believe. This is critical in marketing. If you know what customers believe, craft messages they instantly agree with. Don't try to change their minds. Confirm their beliefs, then guide from there. If a headline makes them say exactly, you've already won half the battle. They'll listen more openly. The strongest strategy is understanding your target audience's values, worldview, and desires. Reflect back the image they already see of themselves, and you become an ally. Customers don't buy because you're clever, they buy because you're aligned. Speak their language, affirm their identity, become their inner voice, and trust barriers dissolve. When trust leads, buying follows. 13. Zero risk bias, Peltzman effect. Consumers hate risk. Even with tempting rewards, any hint of danger can deter action. That's why refund policies, guarantees, and warranties aren't just procedures, they're psychological tools. Make it clear, no risk, and people act faster, with confidence. In a skeptical world, safety is a competitive edge. The less the risk, the more the conversion. No guarantees, use social proof, case studies, and results to create certainty. Trust isn't just in words, it's in others' experiences. Show data, success rates, user counts. Make them see that people like them already tried and were fine. No one wants to be the test subject. Crowd psychology is their shield, and you, the safety provider, will win. 14. Bandwagon Effect. When others do something, we follow. It's deep social instinct, a herd behavior for survival. In marketing, this shows up in phrases like 10,000 plus sold, selling out fast, or number one choice. These social proofs provide assurance and reduce decision pressure. When many people do something, we assume it's right, and the right thing is easier to act on. Don't just say others bought, say who they are, how they're like the reader, and what they gained. The effect is stronger when the group is relatable, same goals, lifestyle, or beliefs. A business person seeing peers use a tool, convincing. A mom seeing other moms buy milk, she'll try it. Show not just, many did it, but someone like you did it. Then action feels natural and inevitable. 15. Blind spot bias. We easily see others' biases, but miss our own. That's why psychological effects are so powerful. They work subconsciously. Even if we know we're influenced by anchoring or loss aversion, we still fall for them. In marketing, this unlocks a subtle strategy. You don't need to manipulate, just shape an environment where the customer's mind naturally flows. Softly, but effectively. The right way to use this power is ethically. Put the customer first. Use psychology to help them overcome behavioral barriers, not to force unwanted purchases. Design customer experiences with deep brain, emotion, and habit insights. That's how you create true transformation. Not by luck, but by science. And when used right, psychology is a bridge between honest brands and deserving customers. These 15 psychological effects are not just persuasive marketing techniques. They're deep reflections of how humans perceive, respond, and decide. When applied correctly, they help brands become more empathetic, trustworthy, and connected with customers. In a world full of information and choices, these principles act as a compass, guiding behavior, creating differentiation, and crafting a natural, comfortable shopping experience. But true power lasts only when built on real value, kindness, and honesty. It's not about manipulation, it's about companionship, helping customers make decisions that match their needs and beliefs. A great brand doesn't just sell once. It earns loyalty by making people feel understood and respected. That's the essence of modern marketing: empathy, guidance, and creating long-term value. Thank you for watching the whole video. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.